Do you ever end your day feeling completely emotionally and physically drained, or maybe even starting your day that way? Well, we have Heather Boschke today in the Joy Corner to talk to us about protecting our energy. All right, girl, take it away.
Okay, so what does protecting your energy even mean, and why is this important? Each and every one of us is a living ball of energy, and we know this because we can feel it. We feel each other's energy. And there are those living Eeyores where life is always a downer and it makes you feel heavy and tired and drained. Whereas people who have a passion and a zest for life and a sparkle in their eye make you feel inspired and ready to tackle the world. So, protecting your energy is about preserving your mental, your emotional, spiritual, and physical resources and using them on what really matters to you. And it's important because when we don't protect our energy, we risk burnout, stress, and exhaustion. And when this happens, we operate from a place of resentment and depletion. So, when you feel overwhelmed, fatigued, irritable, mentally foggy, you are in the danger zone of energetic drainage. You might notice that you're constantly giving but not receiving. Certain people or situations may leave you heavy rather than inspired. And when you start feeling disconnected from your passion or joy, those are red flags, which means it's time to step back and recharge. By protecting our energy, we can stay focused and be our best and most loving selves for the people and things that truly matter to us.
Truly matters is, an understatement. The way you just described that, I don't know anybody who has not felt that way. And some people are living in that lane and that operating of resentment because their energy is so depleted. Really, it speaks to a lot of people. Okay, how about some great rituals or habits to flip the script?
Okay, I've got four for you. The first one is practice grounding. And you can do this any place, anytime. And I usually do this with my eyes closed. And what I do is I sit still and I imagine roots growing from my feet. I send them down into the earth and imagine them spreading wide and deep. And as I breathe, I send any anxious, overwhelmed, or negative energy down through those roots and into the earth. And then I draw energy and positivity up through those roots and into my body. This is a simple practice that takes seconds. You can do it before meetings, after conversations, before bed. Anytime you want to give the earth anything that isn't serving you and pull up that nurturing and nourishing energy. Number two, with the chaos of the world, another way to protect your energy is to be selectively uninformed. Most of what comes through the news and social media does not move you towards your goals. It takes way more than it gives. So stop trying to keep up with everything. And if you must look at the news, time yourself, do it for 5 minutes, and then I would recommend practicing grounding right after. Number three, fall in love more. Love is one of the highest vibrating states of being and has the power to pull us out of the deepest of places. Fall in love with your house, fall in love with your body, fall in love with your coffee in the morning. And this love energy is real. Time after time, kids have demonstrated the power of love in science projects. I know I did this as a kid with germinating seeds, where you talk positively to one seed and talk negatively to the other. Plant seeds under the influence of the positive words had a higher germination rate. Those plants grew taller, larger, more healthy than those in negative environments. We are all like these little plants, and we need to operate from a place of love. And number four, we've talked about the B word before, setting boundaries. We have got to say no to the things that don't align with our values or priorities. And if this is hard for you, maybe give yourself a goal. Like, I've got a friend who is trying to practice boundaries. And so her goal is to say no to 3 things every month, and she's keeping track. And boundaries also include taking breaks throughout the day so that you're able to reset.
It's so exciting. What a great conversation. You talk about a friend. I just had a conversation with a friend last night who is doing the right thing by his family, okay, but it is becoming a drain on him. So while he, is taking that energy and putting it in the right place, it's taking away from his own personal commitments and obligations. What kind of, habits or rituals or advice would you give to somebody like that?
You know, protecting our energy starts with recognizing that we cannot pour from an empty cup.
Ah.
And what we are filled with spills out onto the world. So if we are filled with anger and frustration and resentment, that's going to spill out on the world. If you are filled with joy and love and inspiration, that's what's going to spill out on the world. And if you want to spill out the good stuff, you need to take time to fill up with the good stuff. You know, in professional settings, it's essential to practice those boundary setting techniques and effective communication. And when you're dealing with demanding people, you can protect your energy by managing expectations. And the yes and is a beautiful way to do this. So if you are being given another task that honestly you can't do all of the things, you can simply say, yes, I can do that. And that means the month end report is going to be a little late. So yes, and yes, you can do it, but it's going to come at the cost of something else. Another thing, you know, we have to also set boundaries around our availability. For example, if we are sending non-urgent emails in the evening or on the weekends, that is signaling that evening and weekend time is okay work time for you. And it might be, but if it's not, don't do that. And we have to also practice not taking things personally. Sometimes we feel zapped by others because we are internalizing their issues and making it about us. And lastly, if you are always feeling your energy is being pulled away from you, identify the life-giving forces in your life. It could be people or places or your fur baby, and make more time for them. And another really key question to ask is, are you losing yourself or are you finding yourself in your relationships? Losing yourself indicates depletion, and finding yourself is growth and expansion. Our energy is a life force, and we must guard it so that we can be used for the highest good. And you can think of all of your experiences as withdrawals and deposits. Pay attention to what is feeding your energy, those deposits, versus the withdrawals. And we all have to do things that withdraw our energy, but being able to ground ourselves and practice ways of restoring our energy will keep our life force optimized. Because when we protect our energy, we also protect our joy.
So great. What an important reminder. Thanks for sharing, Heather. I hope you found our conversation enlightening and helpful, and I want you to be sure to protect your energy.